This meeting is being recorded.
Never asked for much, I guess. Managed to get by with less. And at night I'd lie alone and I would dream. My prince was sure to come along. Won't have to wait for long. Till then I just kept rolling with that breeze. Oh, la da da. La da 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 da. For me it happened at first sight. My true love in black and white. And this time I wasn't acting on a whim. But it seemed not to notice me. And nothing seemed to register. I had everything I ever wanted but him. La 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 la. Ooh, la da 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 da, la da da da, la da da da. I was bolder than Colorado, had more sins than Cincinnati, much more fun in Springfield in the spring. And I wrote a my love story on a cover of a matchback. Believe me, I told him everything. La da da. Ooh, la da 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 da. He was a match made in heaven, 'cause life is like a fairy tale where you hang your heart till you go home. And now I'm packing up the pieces of a lonely, broken heart. I can't help it. I'm not made of stone. Oh, la 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 la. No, 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 no. I'm not made of stone. No, no, no. La 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 la. Oh no, no, no. I'm not made of stone. La la
Welcome
la
tonight
la
to
la.
the SR Show.
Hello guys, welcome to the show. We have some guests in here. I think we got some joiners in here. I don't know. We have Shook and a little bit of Ange if she wants to pop in here and there. And of course Tony. Everyone's welcome. Wanted to go ahead and show you guys some of the content that I got put together. Okay, she's saying like steal it. Okay. And go ahead and start up with some tracks. So first one on the list. Probably haven't seen this guy in so long. He's in a band called Honor Among Thieves, and it's Mad Hatter. And the song is called Imperfect. So I hope you
Oh, you
guys enjoy
pulled up
it.
a ghost? Man,
Heck yeah.
he's a
Well,
silhouette.
no. The whole computer the other day took a dump on me, so I figured to save resources to put it in some kind of highlight mode. I mean, the screen's workable and everything's like, you know what I mean? Well, yeah, let's check this out. Shook, how do you feel about this?
I'm,
You ever
yeah,
heard about?
yeah.
You ever heard of
Nope.
Mad Hatter before?
Oh, Mad Hatter? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Lab legend.
If you'd like to tell us, yeah, I've heard he's a lab legend. If you'd like to tell us a little bit about him.
Mad Hatter. He's just full emotion. Just ain't nothing to write us lyrics to a song. Ain't nothing to get out and perform. So he got what it takes, whatever he wants to do. I don't think he's ever done nothing bad that I think, really. To be honest with you.
Yeah,
Not
yeah, no, he's always been a really good guy, and
his music art is straight fire.
Yeah,
He's got what he needs.
he was one of our original suits, wasn't he? He was in
Huh?
the wasn't he in Fatalville in the beginning? One of the beginning guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, through grew
Yes,
that
sir.
boy. All right, let's check it out.
Yeah.
All right, that was killer. I don't know. There was really not too much wrong with that. That was pretty good and smooth. I'd say like, one thing I'm noticing though, like some of these guys they'll release something and they'll throw in a lot of that compression stuff. I don't know if you guys realize, but if you read the thingies on there, a lot of those compressions all take dynamics out. In some sort of way. So like less of that and then a more tactical use for it would make more sense. Also, I've always see the snares or the cymbals always being so sizzly, and that also becomes from that. So be careful about that. And when you're moving your files from one place to another, always make sure that you're not trying to exit and entry too much. Otherwise, you'll get a wash down of the track and you'll get that sizzling. But other than that, that sounds great. What do you guys think? It was pretty good, wasn't it? Everybody's here. I don't know who's here. We'll keep moving on. Alright, who's here in the participants today? Shook. Oh, it's just Shook. Are you here? I think we stepped out for a minute. Okay. Well, I'm still here. So we're gonna move on to the next track, and the next track we have it was a piece done by Samuel. So Samuel plays on. He's a really good guitar player, and I do want to see if we can't. Okay, yeah, let's feature him a little bit. Okay, so Samuel P. Lazon. I'm sorry if I can't pronounce your name correctly. He's from Williamstown, Massachusetts, and he's in the USA. You guys might be familiar with him. He's done quite a bit of guitar work for the community. He's always forking. He's always out there. Seems like he's got some inspirations here, as you can see, like Tools, one of my favorites, Deftones, Perfect Circle. So I automatically, this guy like stuck out to me. So I've done quite a few of his tracks. I mean, practically couldn't make an album with this guy, but I haven't attempted to do that. We've had a few chats here and there, but everything's just been real nice with him. So let's just check this out and see what you guys think.
Life is a journey full of twists and turns. We face challenges, with each step we learn. Disease and disasters, cancer and the pain. All apart and growing, it's existing just to learn. We are warriors, and this world of life. We'll face the sun, from the last together. We'll fly, we'll win on. Living through the darkness. We'll fly, we'll never give up. We'll never back down. We'll rise above it and wear our crown. For in this life, we'll find our grace and make our mark in this human race. Growing old, it's a challenge.
Alright, that was at the shul, and that was awesome, man. And, like I said, we all make our best to, make our tracks and everything we can. I think that was pretty decent. That wasn't too bad of a mix, and had a little help in that one, by the way. So, um, all right. So our next little piece here, this guy we discovered the other day. Um, he hasn't given us a full name, so we're gonna call him Cool Beat. We believe he's from Africa, and he speaks French. So he does know a little bit of English. So if you guys could go out there, it's preferred that you, do a little bit of sensible things like translate from Google. But he's open to collaborate, and he does some good work. I'm seeing he's been busy, and he's doing pretty well for himself since we've discovered him. And I hope he's still growing, because look at that. Oh wow, he's going. I'm so proud to see this. So I'm gonna play this piece for you that he left us, and then we're gonna get on to the next one. And I'm gonna show you a video, and then we're gonna play out the rest of them. Okay? So I hope you guys enjoy. We'll keep being with you and keep hanging out tonight as we do this. So let's go ahead. For this one is for his mom, he says, and this is by Cool Beat.
Lucky, you crazy.
Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today. Purchase your tracks today.
Alright, that was
Lucky,
awesome.
you
What did you think
crazy.
about that, Shook? That was pretty cool, huh? So next on the list, do want to let you guys know, Shook is the man. We have him here with us right now. So if you guys can see him here on the camera, we bobbing our heads, we're jamming. Nice for you to join us here. You guys got a little bit of his track. We'd like to go ahead and speak a little bit about what it is. Before it really gets in, go ahead, bud. Can you hear it with us? we're gonna let the song play out real quick, and then afterwards I'm gonna have Shook come talk, and we'll have a little talk with him, and we'll show the video. So I'll let you guys go ahead. Alright, that was 2-6, guys. I have no idea if there's anything left of that. Looks like there's about 30 minutes of empty air. So we have Shook here with us. I'm gonna stop share and I'm gonna see if I can. I don't know what's going on with him on his end. So let's see what's happening here. And there he is. Hey, let's see if we can get your audio to come back up, bud. Are you inside of a DAW? If you're inside of a DAW, it's taking your audio. So you would have to exit out the DAW or go to that little icon on the bottom right of your screen for your audio and switch over the audio to the main front. Yes. Nothing yet. You'll get it. I thought that song was really good, dude. I still can't hear you, so you're still muted. Are you in a DAW? Okay. Yeah, you're in the DAW. Make sure you pull through. If you have another device, it's even better. Like, you can pull right through quicker. Try to mute and unmute after you've done it. Okay. Do you see on the front end where the sound button is? There's an arrow that sits right next to the icon of the microphone on the Zoom front page. You don't see that? sound options? Can't hear you. So what about a? You got your phone with you? I have an idea. Use your phone and send me a voicemail of what you're saying to me. Yeah. Good idea, right?
Motherfuckers on
There
it
it
should be
is.
up.
There we
I
go.
did it. I did it on and off. I was clicking it on and off. You know what I'm saying, the whole time, and it just
Oh yeah,
now
yeah, it happens all the time. So like,
it got on the voice meter that you told me to get. It
yeah,
just keeps jumping in front of everything. I got to get rid of it.
it's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it
Like
does. I
takes
did that the
over.
same thing. Yeah, it's a good program, but it's like really hesitating on some of the stuff. It's tedious. Um, so how'd you
Yeah,
feel about that, man? I love that track that you did there.
yeah. That song's 20, 25 years old.
Really? So
Yeah.
didn't you have another one that was like, was that Confined, or there was something
Um,
similar in the
Alpine Desert,
title?
Alpine
Yeah,
Desert Conviction. Yeah, they're
Alpine
all
Desert. You used to play shows here, am I correct, in North Carolina?
yeah, 1998.
1998. Man, that's a long time
Skate
ago.
Zone. Uh-huh.
Would you like to tell the audience a little bit of yourself, man? Get them to know who you are and a little bit of what you do.
Yeah, I'm a nut job. Uh, try to make music. You know, play guitar. I haven't been playing guitar long at all, really.
Yeah,
Tops 4 or 5 years at the most. You know, before that, I'm just trying to get used to looking like I play guitar, but haven't been recording long, 2.5 years. You know, so just being open-minded, not closed-minded. Just because somebody's new to the game, don't mean they might not have a good idea for you. Somebody's always got a good idea, and just love doing this shit. Just love
what was
doing
like your
nothing.
main influences, man? Like, was it? I
Oh,
seen that you
music,
do a little bit of everything.
main influences. Well, it, you know, uh, it's so many. So I'd have to say going all the way back overall, it would probably have to be a band, like Slipknot. Just as cliche as they are, you know, just they made it exciting. You know what I'm saying? They brought it back. As far as like what caused me to pick up a guitar is just it's like something is playing in my head, like we were talking about tonight, at all times,
Yeah,
whether I've got a guitar, whether I don't, and it's almost torture sometimes. So
it is.
I had to just start, trying to learn it, just to see if I could ease up that,
What do you
because I
think the
always got a lot going
differences
on. But
were between the experience of doing things in the bedroom and the studio versus the concert live performance side?
oh, night and day.
Night and
That's
day.
Yeah,
Is
that's
it?
totally
It's a
different.
lot of fun in both
Yeah,
ways, huh?
it's fun to do it. Like, well, it's both. I like the process for both of them. I miss playing live, but it's just hard to, get, at least 3 or 4 people to gel together where you can just, put your differences aside and just jam the fuck out. You know what I mean? That's something I miss too. Like, I have no genre. I have no. I'm not heavy metal head. You know what you would say.
Hmm.
I'm not a headbanger. I don't think Slayer was all that great. People
Yeah.
gonna shun me. I know. I like Kerry King, but it's just boring. The music was boring. It was like Rain and Blood. I mean, really, but not saying they're no good, but it just didn't
Yeah.
get me. Bands like Soulfly, Max Cavalera, Henry Rollins, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Kind of didn't really go for the mainstream too much, but Korn, they had to be mainstream. Yet, as far as my biggest influence, hands down, they're the first band I ever seen. They had that 7 string that brought the, it made them popular, but nobody ever come out there on stage and impressed me like Korn did the first time I heard them.
Right.
Flaming Rug in Fayetteville. They were all
It,
methed up and ready to go. It was just a wild show. Just
so
good guys
how
too.
did you find BandLab?
I have no clue.
You have no
I was,
clue. It just came up, huh?
yeah. Guess yeah. I have no. I really don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how I found it. I know one thing. I'm glad I found it though, because I mean, matter of fact, my closest friends to this day right now are
Mhm.
people I've met on Band Lab, and I've never met before, and they'll call and check on me, before people around here will, like you know what I'm saying.
Right.
And how coincidence is it? Me and you talked for a month or two,
Of
did not
course.
even know we were like 10 miles apart.
Yeah. We're actually like literally like right down the road from each
Yeah,
other, which is
yeah,
so crazy.
yeah. And
And
then it took 6 months for us to link up.
right. And it was always because, life struggles and
We have, but
yeah.
we're learning, picking up, going. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't think we
Well,
couldn't get together and do something like right now.
yeah, I would love to, dude. If you'd love to come on, maybe we
What,
could do some
what are we on? What are
collaborations.
we on? What platform are we on right now?
Right now we're on the
Zoom?
YouTube,
Oh, you
Facebook, and
Angified, right?
BandLab. Yeah.
I was trying to find. Okay.
We're in multiple spots, and we do shows like almost every week and every day, pretty much of the week. And Twitch, we have Twitch too. Forgot about that. She just mentioned that.
Yeah, I'm trying to get used to everything again. Like
Yeah,
I feel so smart sometimes. Because doing this music, I could run any kind of Microsoft Word. I could work at any office, dentist. You know what I'm saying? We know how
yeah,
to store files, go retrieve them wherever they're at. Learned a lot mixing music, not only just music, other things.
yeah. And I feel like the community that I've met so far on some of these music vines, like, because if you remember back in the past, it was so empty. There was not a lot of communications. We had like SoundCloud and stuff like that.
Right,
Your means of communications was through an email, whatever means you could get, his phone number eventually. Um, and a lot of things was jump of faith too. And we kind of trusted each other in a way too, better than
right. That's
now,
true.
because now anyone could call you on a band lab, and half the time you feel a little bit hesitant to put your number out there because you don't know who's on there. But how do you
Right.
feel about that community? Like, how has it treated you for the last 6 months?
Uh, it's been hit and miss. Um, Sometimes I felt like I'm kind of I have not everybody, but a few might go out the way not to check me out or something. As they're
Yeah,
hitting all around me with my friends, but me, like, maybe if I'm skipping around genres, I've noticed I've come to feel a little shunned from
yeah.
some of
I feel like that
it
too,
could be
but
me. Could be me.
yeah.
Um,
I think a lot of people are so like their attention spans, and it's hard to keep a communication in a daily day basis of relationship with like 1,000 people. As a
yeah,
human, we can only handle so many numbers before we forgetting, and
right,
it's not like we can cover every crevice of anything, and we all completely understand that.
right.
Um, so like. What's your newest thing that you're getting into right now? Do you have any specific projects that
I
you're getting
got,
into?
I got a style. I don't know what it's gonna call yet, but if I have a song called Nightmare. What I've been trying to do is incorporate metal into hip hop, not this Limp Bizkit shit. Now, just hear me out.
Yeah.
Metal into hip hop into metal. Like, for instance, in the hip hop, if you got a hip hop groove or something, instead of using 808s and the hi hats, all that shit all the time, just use
Yeah.
regular metal drums. Double kick, all that shit. With metal, I like the Kubla Khan, Orthodox, Burials, bands like that. It's all
Yeah.
about groove. It's all about a deep tone and groove. They're not playing hard technical shit. Like you said, people's attention span is short. So, get their attention and keep it. If you got a good riff, drive it in the fucking ground. Quit changing the song
Awesome.
46 times, because, only people gonna want to hear that song changed 46 times or
Yeah.
like 30 musicians like me and you here and there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? People's attention, especially swipe days. It ain't like putting a CD in the car and listen to a CD back in the day.
Right.
No, you're swiping. So you know,
Always. I remember
it's
like back in the day, our way of distributing music and our way of getting music out
flyers.
there. Yeah, flyers. It's
But
still sort of the same way, but it's like on the internet way. So you're just
but
uploading a photo and you know. So
before I
where can we
forget,
find you?
who, me?
Yeah, where
I
can we find you?
in I am in Fayetteville, North Carolina.
No, I
Don't
mean like
brag.
online.
I
Like
am.
you have YouTube, you have
Oh,
Facebook. Where can
yeah.
fans find you?
Trying to get that thing where everybody's got where the link tree or whatever. It's all together.
Yeah.
I'm on
Oh, my
Facebook.
my
Now.
news page. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can show you how to
That
do that. That's
another
a
thing before I forget. I keep forgetting. You need to tell people like this. I hear it all the time on Band Lab how they can't afford this, they can't afford that. Well, I couldn't either, you know. But what they don't know is there's four big music companies right now that just for example, Sound, Sweetwater. You want a microphone, $80. You send them 20, they'll have it to your house in 2 days, and it won't matter what it is. Pack of strings for your guitar, but anything that you need musically, you can get without credit, and you can get it on a zero interest payment plan. So that's
yeah.
like how I got everything I got. And that once I figured out that, that's when when I didn't need to drop $400 or $500 on a guitar, or you know
Right.
250 on a Focusrite, interface, stuff you can get gradually. And like when you get the DAW, the Reaper, it literally comes with everything you need to make a pro level production.
Yeah, it
You just
does. Everything. Everything's
Yeah.
included.
But there's Sweetwater, there's Music 123, there's Sounds, and there's one more I might be forgetting, but they'll know. You just need a bank account, you need a debit card, and that's it,
Yeah.
and they'll work. I mean, if you even late, just call them up, talk to them. They won't hold it against you. Never had a problem issue whatsoever. Now I can get if I want a $300 guitar, they'll let me pay for it for 12 months, no interest,
Right.
and
Well, that's
that's
all that
that's
matters. It's just the
yeah,
fun and the knowledge. People need that. A lot of
right.
people on here are huddling phones and they got a little 20-watt amp sitting in the corner. I
It's
mean,
all you need. It's all you
you
need.
got yeah. I
You
mean,
see
if
the
you got the DAW and everything like that, you don't need much.
if you got a Samsung Galaxy or an iPhone or even anything close,
Hmm.
um, the microphones that are built in these phones, you could get pro level productions with it. Easy. It's all about being clean at the source. Don't clip. Don't be too loud. Loud never means better. I've learned that the hard way. So,
Yeah.
when you want to turn something up, you're increasing the volume. All you're doing is making it louder. If you want to make it perceived loud, you increase the gain. Input is gain, and volume is output. So, just it's just the basics. You
I
follow
used
them.
to I usually take my takes from my phone from my vocals and I use like some programs that'll let me like limit or fix the frequencies on it and it
Oh yeah,
cleans it up really
right.
good. Like
Just
that little trick I think you told me about, and then also comping them and getting a good bunch of them inside the band lab, and you can crunch them down, use an audio lab app, and you can start filtering that so it doesn't sound so ringy together, and then you'll get a fuller noise there. Put it back in. Just no, not too many exits, not too many intrits. So you got one time to put it back in, and then you put it in there. Do it again. Make you another comp reg. And when
right.
you do that, I've seen some people with a phone do some really good work. It's just like I said earlier, little minor things. Always the knowledge, man.
Being clean. There's people out there that's just using a phone. That's all they got. And
Yeah,
and I and there's a couple of them in that band I was telling you about tonight. And it's I couldn't do it. I
I
couldn't
didn't
do it.
know. I mean,
I
my
couldn't.
my mind
I
knows
mean,
analog, so y'all
yeah.
teaching me this new way. I love this. I mean, I've been able to get just about any amp out there, and I've actually found some new uh strategies and some new things that make it
Yeah.
sound even more real. You
I
know?
want you to come over and let me show you the experiment I went through. I'm a nerd. I'm always into research and study,
Right.
and I can almost guarantee you it your tone ain't coming from your amp.
Yeah.
It's coming from your probably your guitar pickups, your speaker cabinet. That's
Hmm.
where it's Eddie Van Halen's
I've
tone.
always known that. It's your cab and your guitars.
It's
Yeah.
like you could take now
Yeah.
there'll be slight differences, but you could turn your back and let me just switch the amps, and the difference is so small you'll realize one day. Just pick an amp and go with it, because your sound's going to come from your speaker cab. That's
Right.
70% of it at least, and then your pickups. But the last thing is your amp. I mean, I can get a free amp sim online that's absolutely free and show you, you can get
Absolutely.
killer tone as long as you got the right, you know, impulse response. It's like having you wouldn't want to have a mess of boogie half stack running through some kind of wore out piece of crate. I don't know.
Yeah.
I ain't picking on crate, but you know what I'm saying. The cab, it wasn't. Look around, look at the people we growed up watching. One thing you notice, they got brand new heads, expensive heads and shit, and they'll always have this raggy ass, tattered fucking cab because that's the sound. I didn't know
Yeah.
that. I heard, and
You
that's
beat the hell out
something
of
they
that
had.
thing. Yeah.
I was the one wanting to go get EMGs, these strings and that strings, and do this and do that. It's just all about
Oh yeah. You know
cleaning
the
the
thing
stores.
behind me.
Yeah.
This I done screwed up the
Is that a
label,
6505?
This is yeah, the one that this computer's sitting on top of is the 6505, and this one's
That's a
the
beast.
Valve
See
King
all that.
5150.
So that, yeah, that's just a 5150. So they wouldn't
Yeah.
have to pay you.
I got the 6505 underneath here where you guys are sitting on top of.
I didn't know that though.
I need them
It's
honestly
a
to trade
60
out for a table or something, man. They're live equipment.
6505 and a 5150 is internally the exact same thing. The only difference is they call one a 6505 and the other one a 5150, so he wouldn't have to pay Eddie Van Halen no more money. When he
Right.
left, went to EVH or Fender and took the 5150, all they done is just slap 6505 on it. It's the
I'd
same
like to
thing.
make our own
I didn't
IR.
know it.
I have Tone X. I paid for it. Maybe one day you could bring a good mic over,
Yeah,
and
I'd
we can
like
get
to.
our own captures of these amps, and then you get to keep them. That'd be something nice to have, huh? I got the
Yeah,
orange box. You can bring you over your amps, plug them up to each one, and get
right. Yeah,
different.
I'd like to learn how to make them too, because
Yeah.
I'm all about that nerdy
And
shit.
what's so great is that the attenuation in there, depending on the item that you select, there's one that takes like 5 hours, and there's a quick one. Like you don't really hear it. Like there's no attenuation going on in them. So like they're
Mm,
really good as long as you know what you're doing.
right.
A lot of
It's
people
all
try
right.
to,
It don't matter. There's no wrong way to do
yeah.
it. No
There
right or
really
wrong
isn't,
way.
and this tool is making it really easy now. They're really evolutionizing fast with that technology, and
You said something about your cymbals earlier, and
yeah,
something I learned is real big important. You said that hissy crashy sound that the cymbals usually
yeah,
have.
yeah, yeah. Sizzling. That's a very common issue.
500 hertz at anything metal like cymbals, anything 500
Hmm.
hertz. Just drop it, notch it, get rid of it, do something. Drop it at 500 hertz. You can turn it up. If they're too loud,
Oh yeah, we
it will
just move
bother
it
you
over
because
to that.
that 500
Oh,
hertz. I learned that from Kohler. I forget his name, but he's good. It really
like a good
works.
scoring software or something to do that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay.
Just not equalizer.
Okay.
Just the equalizer. Drop it down 3 decibels. Just take some of the 500 hertz out. Just like
Ah,
your vocals. You don't want 400 hertz punching through because just to isolate that, it sounds like you're talking in a cardboard box. So you want to get rid of that 400 hertz just a little bit. Female would be 350. There's certain what they call bad frequencies that when you go to an instrument, you should automatically know. I probably need to notch that. Like
yeah.
one big myth is 4,000 hertz on a guitar.
All right.
You hear everybody pulling 4,000 hertz and all that. Nah, you need that 4,000 hertz. You take that 4,000 hertz out, and your shit's gonna start getting tinty.
Yeah,
You
that's
need
what
that
I noticed too. You have to still have that overhead
right.
there, but like you want to say, I think it's like when you're going into like its hums and its low ends, that's when you start tweaking that. Then you move over to the middles and you go like that. But overall, the signal should still be about 10,000, 4,000, wherever the
Right.
normal
Yeah,
sitting is when it came into the mic reading.
that's right.
I don't think I've ever seen anyone like mess with hyper frequencies too much. But some say that they've messed with like static noises and stuff like that to use as a utensil to help them level and mix to those things so everything can sound kind of level and all the albums and stuff they want them all to sound really good so they'll use referencing tools so they all
Never
sound
done that.
collective to each other. I've seen that stuff, man. I've been using
I
it,
believe
but
it or not, I have never referenced one of my mixes ever.
never.
I know what I know how to do it. I got software that will do a side by side comparison. I've never not one time.
Wow.
I don't understand why. I got another one for you. Any mix you've ever heard me put out,
Mm-hmm.
has never been mastered. They're just mixes.
Oh,
They're
you
not
don't even
mastered
touch the
at all.
master. You just let it open. Oh, wow. I
I kind
usually
of do it at the
go
same time.
to
It's
the
kind of like the
master to
same time.
glue things together, but I don't really mess with a lot in there either. I usually let my stuff pretty open too.
So
That's a good tip. Yeah.
the gluing thing, I finally got to be able to hear that. You know what everybody kept
Yeah.
talking about, glue together. So it's basically any kind of compressor. It don't matter, VCA, FET, whatever. But what you want, what I found is the VCAs, the ones you can set attack at 10 milliseconds or 30.
Yeah, the
Release
6.58s
on
and stuff.
auto
Yeah.
for one real quick, but really barely bumping, really. And if it's bumping to catch the louder parts and it's letting all the quiet stuff go through, it gives you that feeling of everything's glued together as one.
Yeah.
It ain't the four. I mean, you can put a lot of gain reduction if you want to, but it's just a little bit of gain reduction. Like my master, the master compressor that I use at the final, it might be hitting 0.5 decibels of gain reduction. It's barely moving. It's barely.
We
And
are
it gets so
coming
much louder
short.
when you got it like that.
I'm coming short on an hour, so just to let you guys know, this is Shook. What's your username so everyone knows? You could go ahead and
Two
tell it.
six,
26.
on or Shook One, man, about everywhere. It's Shook One will find me everywhere. Shook One, SHOOK1 or SHOOKONE.
Any good words you want to say to the rest of them before we leave it out to Angie for her outro and finish out the show?
Man, I love everybody. Just proud of everybody. I appreciate everybody who's gave me support, stopped by and checked me out, and appreciate you, man. You're my boy.
Oh man, I appreciate you every day, man. This would be my first little interview hangout, man. I appreciate this, and
yeah, I need to get a little more social. Maybe try to get on my ass a little bit more. Like
maybe you can start coming in here and help me do others, and continue to do shows. You can make lists with me and find content to share. Surely, man, I would love to have you a part every Friday. I think everybody else would too.
Yes, sir. Well,
thank you for helping me fill up my hour. I mean, I was struggling.
Yeah, always learn something, man. Always learn something.
I'm gonna forward some of those probably to her for her list.
You have never made a mistake in your life if you learn from it.
Right, and I've learned from about 70% of mine, probably. Still going.
I've learned from 100, but it probably doesn't show. Like another one, like in one of my songs, you're born looking like your parents, but you die looking like your decisions.
Exactly. That is some good words there, sir.
Yeah.
So we're gonna let Angie go ahead and
Come on, Angie.
push us out for the rest of the night. She's got her little outro. And then we'll be back in, next Friday, I believe? We're going to try it again? All right. We'll see how it goes. Okay. Go ahead, Angie, and take it away. Go ahead and, we'll move the cameras and everything.
This has been an SR show with special guest 126. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend. Save the world.